Hello guys, I'm Aditya from Department of Biotechnology. Today we are going to learn C programming with the help of VS Coder. Okay, let's begin the code. Here we are going to learn file handling in C. Here we are using hashtag include studio.h. This is the header line which is used to import standard input and output library which contains printf and scanf statement. Here hashtag include stdlib.h. This is a new function which is standard library which contains the functions which is needed to write and read text or some data in the file. Okay, let's begin the code. Int main, this is the initial line of the program where program begins. Int n, here we are declaring n as integer data type, and then we are creating a text file as case file name equal to blood underscore text.txt. Here txt refers to text file. Here we are declaring id as integer data type. After that we are creating a float of result, and then we are verifying whether the file is empty, that using file case f of p equal to null. And after that we are using printf statement to enter the number of patients, and then verifying the value provided by the user is not negative using if statement. If the value provided by the user is negative, if block will be executed, and then invalid number of patient entered will be printed. Or else if block is terminated, the file will be opened in write mode using f of p equal to f open file name comma w. Here w refers to write mode. Here we are going to write the data which is going to be provided by the user, and then we are going to verify whether the file is opened or not in the buffer. If f of p equal to null, if file is open, if file is open in the buffer, then we will get we can use the file to enter value which is provided by the user. If not, if block will be executed and other error opening file for writing will be printed, and then return one statement will be encountered, so that the program will flow sequence fully. And after that we are using a for statement to get value from the user, and a similar function we are using if statement to get value from the user and store it in the text file. And then we are getting we are using while condition to verify whether the value provided by the user is stored in the text file. And then we are printing the result using f print. Here we need to note a point. Here there is a difference between printf in f printf. Printf generally refers to printing a value in programming sequence in C, but here f printf refers to printing value which is present in the file. Okay, now let's continue the code. Here we are since we have entered the we have entered the value from the user, we are closing the file using fclose statement. After that we are using f of p equal to null to remove to check the whether the file is created or not. After that f of p equal to f open file name in read mode. Here we are using read mode. Since we have written the data, we need to print or read the value, right? So we are using read mode. Here we are verifying if f of p equal to null. If the file does not contain any value, if block will be encountered, and then print of enter opening file for error opening file for reading will be printed. Or else if block will be terminated, and then remaining sequence will be flowed. Here if print of patient blood test result, and then id of the result will id, and then result will be printed. Here we are using while loop to verify whether to print the value which is provided by the user. After printing the value, we are using fclose to close the file, and then using return 0 to terminate the code. Let's debug the code. Let's run the code and debug again. Let's go to terminal. Gcc file.c. Here we have some error. So return 0 statement is missing semicolon, and file closing file is missing some semicolon. Okay, let's run the code again. Gcc file.c. here dot slash a dot txt extension is used to run the code. Here it's asking me to enter the number of patient. Here I'm entering as 3. Now enter patient ID and blood test result. Let me give us 501. Blood test result. Let me generally the blood test result will be positive or negative. In programming language, let me consider as 0 as negative and 1 as positive. Let me give as positive. Now let me give another question 502. Let me give 0 negative and then again 503 positive result. See here, I got the patient blood test result, the patient ID and then result. Here we are using a text file to store the data and using write function and then retrieving the data using read function. So we can store and read according to the need of the user. Thank you.